The Treasure of Abbot Thomas. Part 1. The Stained Glass Window.
How incredible to find such a rare book! I could be a rich man!
Cried Mr. Somerton. The antiques dealer was a small man of around 50 years old. He knew a lot about antiques. He also knew a lot about making money. The book in front of the antiques dealer was not in English, it was in Latin. It was a guide to the Abbey of Steinfeld from 1100 to 1540. The antiques dealer was looking for some important pages about a stained glass window. The window belonged to one of his customers, Lord Denby. This is the translation of those pages. There are many stories about the Abbey of Steinfeld. The best known of these tales is that one of the abbots, Abbot Thomas, hid a large bag of gold in the abbey. To this day, no one has ever found it. A report tells us that the abbot's last words before he died were, "Only 3 people can help the person who looks for the gold. But I am not worried about anyone finding the gold. It is safe." During the abbot's time at the abbey, he added some interesting new parts to the chapel and the abbot's house. There was a large stained glass window and a well made of fine Italian marble. Today, the well is in the courtyard next to the abbot's house. There was a painting of the window in the book. In the painting, there were 3 figures on the right and a coat of arms on the left. There was also a picture of the abbot. The monastery closed for the first time in the 16th century. Many of its treasures went to other countries. He read, "No one has ever found the window, but many people believe it is in England." Mr. Somerton visited Lord Denby the next day and asked to visit his private chapel. He saw that there were 3 large figures on the stained glass window. Each one had beautifully painted cloaks. They held a scroll in their hands. There was a sentence on each scroll. The antiques dealer wrote down the 3 sentences. "There is a place where the gold lies. No man knows the writing on their clothes. On one stone there are 7 eyes." Mr. Somerton was sure that he was looking at the same window. On the left there was a coat of arms and a picture of a man next to it. Mr. Somerton read the name below it. It was Abbot Thomas. He was very excited about his find. He carefully examined everything.
There is a place where the gold lies. The window tells of the gold hidden by the abbot, like the story in the book. No man knows the writing on their clothes. The clue must be their cloaks,
he thought. Mr. Somerton touched the side of one of the cloaks with his pen. Some black paint remained. He pressed the pen to the glass again. This time he scratched the paint. It came away easily. He turned around to see Lord Denby standing behind him.
"Good morning, Lord Denby,"
he said, a little surprised.
"I'm sorry, my hands are very dirty with the dust from the windows."
"I will call someone to clean the windows at once."
Lord Denby said to him.
"Please, continue with your work."
The antiques dealer said he was trying to find something important. He just needed to remove some of the paint around the cloaks. The paint was not part of the original window. Lord Denby's window was worth a lot of money, he added. Lord Denby had an important meeting, but he was happy for Mr. Somerton to continue his studies of the window. A few moments later, the cleaner arrived with a hard brush.
Let me do this.
Mr. Somerton told the cleaner.
This is a very old window. I know how to clean it.
The antiques dealer immediately started to remove the paint. At first he saw a letter, then another letter, and another. There were letters all around the cloaks. First he copied all the letters. Then he tried to make sentences. The letters meant nothing.
Of course!
Cried Mr. Somerton.
Why didn't I think of it before? The Abbot is a very clever man. The letters are written in code, but soon I will find out his secret.
Mr. Somerton returned to his home in Parsbury. He spent many nights trying to find the answer to the code. He tried all the different types of code he knew. He tried numbers and other letters. He tried ancient languages and he tried maths. It was still impossible. He could not find the answer to the code. Finally, he opened the book about the Abbey. He studied the picture of the window. There was something interesting about the hands of the figures. The fingers all pointed in the same direction. There was only one difference. The first figure pointed with one finger, the second with two fingers, and the third...
That's it!
He cried.
One finger and I jump one place to the next letter. T. Now, two fingers, jump two places to the next letter. That's E. Three fingers, jump three places.
The answer to the code was in front of his eyes. He started to underline each of the letters.
T, E, N, T, H, O, U, S, A, N, D.
He was soon looking at a hidden message.
10,000 pieces of gold are kept in a well in the court of the Abbot's house of Steinfield. Beware, the treasure has a guardian.
Mr. Somerton knew what he must do next. The possibility of finding hidden treasure was very exciting. He had to go to Steinfield.